Just to add to Kachong's question, Mr. Yeo mentioned about challenges working in India, working in China. As we see it, China has developed very far. They are competing, having another industrial park compete with us and all that. But going forward, do you still see a role for Singapore companies or Singapore government, for that matter, in collaborating with the Chinese government?
Well, we have done that with Suzhou. We are doing that more or less with Guangzhou, Knowledge City. Lots of cities in party sects may want us to collaborate, but the burdens will be imposing on the government. It's the government department that have to focus on its own people first. The government administration of Singapore for its own people, not for the country. So long as the private sector wants to invest and do it, the government will prepare to help. But to ask the government to be a partner to build new cities overseas, I don't think it's fair. After all, the people in China don't vote for our government, it's our own people. So I would not want to have a government, Singapore government, and a private sector linked in that way. We can help them, we can train the people, give them a way how to do administration, in the software part, but not in the physical. I don't expect the permanent secretary, national development, to go and help another city. That is crazy. I mean, in fact, they want that. They always ask for that. Guangzhou City, or they ask, but as a viewer, we should not. When I did Suzhou, they wanted EDB to spend full time upon Suzhou. I said, I will not do that. So I created a special team. I took David Lim, Neo Chen, everybody put on, run separately. I compartmentized my work. So it doesn't affect my EDB work. Otherwise, look, my salary is paid by Singapore people, not by Chinese. Why should I work for the Chinese full scale? So that way, it's very fair that we should not expect the public sector to be fully dedicating that time to the private sector in project overseas. I don't think it's fair. But if the private sector wants to help the government, how we do it, the administration, we can help them. In fact, we don't mind giving, they can come here for attachment to our institutes or URA, or this can, but they have to do the learning of hardware by themselves. Software, we can have that, the facilities are there. Yeah. Right now, we're now looking at projects beyond China. When I go to India, I don't depend on government. What I do, I go and steal people from government. Because lots of experienced people are in government, internet infrastructure. Far more people than any. And second, the talent is still in government. And don't forget, when I give scholarships, the talent is still in government. So what I would do is that the private sector must prepare to borrow or steal from the public sector after a while, and then but don't expect government to put in that senior people full-time to supporting private projects overseas. That will not be fair to the government or to the people.
Thank you. Next question, please. I'm sure there are a number. John.
Hello, I'm John. It's always fun listening to you, Philip. Actually, I think when you say you act without plan, I have my own pet theory of how your mind works. So I just want to share with the audience, because I think it's good for the younger people to understand. What you have illustrated is that you are able to see beyond the horizon. At the same time, you know your figures at your fingertip. So you are able to see all the details and all that, but you can put yourself at the other, over the horizon, look backwards. So your plan is very different from the systematic planning, you see. So I'd like you to maybe share that.
It's not that I don't plan, it's that I don't... When people plan, they have a book.
That's right.
I don't have a book, because my plan is modified every...
That's right.
So when I start the project, I realized this. When I planned Batam Industrial Park, I planned for 50,000 workers as a phase one. Purely factories. Right down there, where are the workers coming from? All over Indonesia. Scratch my head. Where do you find the workers? Okay, where to house them? So I began a biggest housing estate. And I have workers to worry about food, banking, things we never plan. So the key is that you don't plan. You have an idea what you want to do and you go along. So from whole Batam Industrial Park, it's barely a factory like JTC. You end up becoming a housing, social facility, schools. I even had to discuss with the Indonesian officials to build a uni church. Because they got Christians, they got Muslims. So I build a church or mosque or whatever, and they all take them to share. You ask me to plan for that, how do I plan? Each location has different needs. That's right. So really, is that the bad thing is that when you ask for a master plan, there's no master plan.
Yeah.
someone asks me, where's the bottom? I say, I don't have. I know what to do. I go along. Fortunately, there are people who write about it, so they write about Batam Industrial Park, but we have never written anything. In fact, go to my file, there's nothing. In fact, go to JTC, there's nothing about Batam Industrial Park because I kept EDB people separate from Batam. I used STIC Sembawang. I was there as chairman STIC in Sembawang, chairman EDB. So EDB work was not affected, totally isolated. Because I operate in a submarine style. One cabin gone, the other cabin still okay. So that way, it's very important. This is a submarine policy. You keep it separate, isolate them. So to say why I don't plan, no, but to leave a plan by a blue book or red book or green book, anybody, there's no such thing. Yeah. In fact, when I took the Suzhou project, I just took from URA, threw out everything, just draw 1,000 square feet. That was it. That's all I want. So MS says, you only 1,000 square feet. Yes. If I succeed in 1,000 square feet, the rest will follow. That's it. To ask me to draw a plan for 7,000 square feet, 600,000 people, is really planning.
Yeah.
Okay? So the key is to plan on your feet, plan on the ground, plan experience. So it's dynamic planning. It's not planning
that's right.
a book of jobs or whatever. You know?
But you see, my point is that is what you do. Is it something that can be taught? Because systematic planning can be taught to everybody. Everybody is. You see, one of the things I observe in Singapore is that our system is so well organized to a point where a lot of people are navel gazer. They plan everything to the last detail until they end up innovating bits and pieces here. I mean, we have a term in Singapore called twigging. I'm never comfortable with term when they say we tweak here and there. Is there any way to really cultivate not only innovative mind, but
if you look at
original
this,
mind? Yeah.
For the last 40 years, 1970, I've been doing all kinds of illegal things. I'm still in the government. They have not kicked me out. I'm finally retired. To say I follow rules, no. I break the rules. After all, at worst, I get fired. Maybe you're happier making more money outside. No, you cannot blame the system. It's actually individuals. You know, if you are willing to do it, you really believe what you're doing, you just do it. The key is don't borrow money, don't buy a car, they can't afford a house. So you're always prepared to be sacked. And my boss, Dr. Goh, knew that. He says, so he says, come sit down. He will call me, are you bored? I say, yeah, I finished this project. Here, some more. So the key is that when our people get very committed to the job, if a young man, a young woman comes to me, what is my career? I don't believe in a career. I believe in doing a job that makes me interesting, that makes me happy. If it doesn't right, I walk out. So every few years I change my work, I change my projects, I keep doing things, but so long as I'm concerned, there's no personal benefit. I will never be rich, I will not be poor on a poverty line, but I do the things which I like to do. So the key to blame the system is bullshit. And it's up to you. You want to do it, it's all your own making. I took Pedamco 1999. Then we swallowed up DBS then. So, next thing we took over, and then we changed the name to Capital Land. That's it. The rest is history. The good thing, when I do a project, I do it for 4 or 5 years, then move. I don't fall in love with the project. I don't get stuck with the project. I like to keep on moving. So when people believe in their entity owners and they are stuck forever, for me, this is another project. So I leave a legacy. It's like father, many children, and no responsibility. In fact, the best joke I use is easier to be a father, tough to be a mother. So when I start a project, I pass on to the mother to take care and I leave. Make the next guy take care. Because starting a project is fun. Managing it, running day to day is a different personality you get. So you need the patience, the tenacity to manage it. So I always want to be a father, never be a mother of any project.
Thanks very much again.
Thank you.
Hope they really don't get offended.